EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at newly named State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the New York Giants and the Arizona Cardinals. The kicker, Graham Gano, set to put his foot into this one. And this one is underway here on EA Sports. This will be fielded inside the 5. He takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. First play from scrimmage. Here's Murray. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. And the Giants are going to take possession of the football.
Wow, just one snap in, partner, and the complexion of this game has already changed because for the defensive side, they just handed their offense a short field and a big early advantage. And even though it's only the first snap of the game, we're going to look back on this one and see if it has lasting effects as this game moves on.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, a 13-yard touchdown run. And the Giants take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Extra point try good by Gano. And that makes the score 7-0. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. Well, now how about this return? And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Now the interception on that opening drive winds up leading to the touchdown, so now it's kind of time to start over.
Yeah, it certainly is, and his first throw of the game. But I like the way his guys rallied around him. Oftentimes, the quarterback is the leader, right? He tells everyone what to do. In this case, I noticed his linemen around him kind of patting him, saying, let's go, big boy. You're still our leader.
First carry for James Conner. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. Third down and 9.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Caught by the tight end Ertz. And he's going to be marked down short of the first down. Needed the 40, but he's a yard or two shy. They're going for it. Hits Murray. Steps away to his left. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and that will force a turnover on downs. They'll run wide side here with Barkley. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. On second and 11 now. Jones. A throw for Galladay is going to be intercepted. Jalen Thompson picks it, and the Cardinals are going to have it here just past the 25. Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Finding space at the 40. An excellent way to start the drive there. 18 yards. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. On 1st and 10 is Connor. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for 2nd down. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Murray. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And they're going to get this up to midfield. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They'll try and run for it with Connor. Room here to run. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Murray now towards the end zone for Brown. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Hollywood, Marquise Brown. 31 yards. And the Cardinals are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Now receiver in motion left. They'll try and run it here. And he'll get in. And they take an 8-7 lead. Well, they got down 7-zip. They said, we'll go for 2, one-up you, and they take the lead.
How about that for a little risk-reward, right? If you don't get it, you're only down a point. Let's go ahead and make a statement in this ball game, and that's exactly what they did.
And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. Yeah, we saw that one up here, CD. Offensive team, they touched that before it went 10 yards.
Obviously, such a fine line, letting it go the required 10 yards, but also getting to it before the hands team can. Just didn't time it out right, and that results in a flag.
Throwing, Jones. Complete to the running back, Matt Breida. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. A tight one. 8-7 our score after 1 on EA Sports. From the 40 now on 2nd down. Jones buying time to his left. And Jones will hit the deck here, and he is able to pick up the first down. 4 yards there as they let him out of the pocket, and he got enough for the first. Now Jones. Gets us out to Saquon Barkley. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And they give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. They'll go to Barkley again. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Jones now to throw on 3rd down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Yeah, the Giants are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Barkley will score. Touchdown, New York. So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the 2nd time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack, and you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line, and he's able to take it into the end zone.
Gano the extra point, and that makes this a 14-8 ball game. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. On the return, Rondale Moore will bring it out. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. He finds Hopkins complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First catch of the game for Hopkins. It's a first down.
I don't care how many times we say it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
From just shy of midfield, Murray. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Well, here's your first example of how this guy can beat you in more ways than one because they took away his arm. But he was more than happy to dissect them with his legs for that first down pickup.
Being chased out left. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. There he goes left side. He's at the 30. 10. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Giants touchdown.
They were in a very good position to come up with a go-ahead score there. A really good drive. Instead, it turns into 6 points going the other way. Psychologically, I don't know what that's going to do to them.
So as a coach, you're looking at that as at least a 10-point swing, right? Because they had the field goal in their back pocket.
They certainly did, and you're right. At least a 10-point swing, maybe more.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here. But with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
And I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I'm going to quote an old Smokey and the Bandit lyric. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there. But they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Good defensive call right there because they had someone shadowing him along his entire route. And he was right there ready to provide a hit that prevents him from making another catch to his big start.
That's one. 57. Mike, 57.
Murray now to throw. Hopkins making the catch. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
I can't believe they even let you play. Watch out, watch out. Check 15, check 15. Hey.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Throwing on first down is Murray. Eluding the pressure right. That's caught inside the 20. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
And this offense needed something to try and seize the momentum a little bit, and that might have been exactly what they needed. Now they have a chance to go downfield and score and cut into the lead.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Oh, they've intercepted Murray for the third time. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. The 20. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators, they sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? Now, I guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. Got a man on the right sideline. That's James. Touchdown, Giants. Richie James, 29 yards. And the Giants are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Brian Dable dialing up a play call here as they will go for 2. This is caught. Was he in? Yes. 2 points. And around the goal line, especially on two-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half. Dancing to his left. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Kayvon Thibodeau able to get in there and run him down for what's going to be a loss of 15 yards all told. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a second and very long. Murray's throw is caught here by Anderson. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a third down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at third down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Looking for Hopkins, and he's got him on the crossing route. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That's good for 28 yards. So the drive takes them into Giants territory now, 1st and 10, as they've got it to the 28-yard line. They'll fake it to Connor. Now Murray. That's complete once again to Hopkins. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Given back-to-back catches now. That one for 16 and another first down. Murray to air it out again. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Robbie Anderson. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Cardinals get a bit closer. And they use that height on the outside to get the score.
We've seen the evolution of the wide receivers. They've gotten taller and taller, but they've retained their quickness and their speed. It's a lethal combination.
Always good to have wide receivers with height. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Jones, flush to his right. They'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Watch the screen. Check, 59. And let's get that ball here. Let's get that ball right here. Mike 5'9".
Jones on 1st down. And now he'll fire deep downfield for James. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And the Cardinals are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, 3rd quarter, but that not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Let's make these big.
Here's Murray. That's complete to his running back, Connor. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
I got you.
Murray a give. This is Connor. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. The tackle made there by Jared Davis.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Shotgun now from Murray. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. We know he's got the speed to get downfield, Charles, but there's the negative side. A little loose with the football that time.
And that's normal, especially when you have his type of talents, because you feel like you're into the open field and maybe you don't feel the people who are around you or closing in. All quarterbacks have to do extra ball security drills with the way the game's played now, because defenses, they attack the football as much as they attack the runner.
And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion. Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
On 4th down, Jones forced out to his left. James has got it, complete. He will have the conversion and more than that. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete.
We know all the receivers go through those tiptoe drills, right, trying to get their feet down in bounds. But a lot of the times what we don't talk about is when they're up in the air and they catch the ball. You ever notice how they're reaching back with their feet? Not just straight down, but back, because they're trying to create enough distance to make sure their feet are in bounds. They weren't able to get it done on that one, though.
And this one's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Back to throw again. Sliding out of the pocket. To Shepard, complete over the middle. Touchdown! Daniel Jones able to connect with Sterling Shepard. And the Giants have put the We are just about 9 miles from downtown Manhattan as EA Sports brings you to MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Coming up, we've got what... EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas and the very wonderful AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Today, rivals square off in the NFC East, and we've got a great matchup between the New York Giants and the Dallas Cowboys. The kicker, Graham Gano, set to put his foot into this one. And we are underway from AT&T Stadium. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. So the drive's going to start with Pollard. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Cowboys. Tony Pollard, 65 yards. And the Cowboys march right down the field in 3 plays to claim the early advantage. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. Now Jones on 3rd down. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Here's Jones on 1st and 10. He finds him again, Saquon Barkley. They'll wind up getting just a yard, and it's 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Jones' throw here pulled in by Galladay. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
I apologize in advance, partner, but the beefeaters on the interior of this D-line, you just know they were licking their chops on 3rd and short. And yes, they were rewarded with a tasty dish, stuffing that one short of a first down.
Well, we got beef eaters licking their chops and tasty dish in one fell swoop.
I did apologize in advance, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. That line's not eating tofu, I'll tell you that much for free. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert. This is the NFL on EA Sports as we welcome you to MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Coming up, we've got what can only be described as a mirror image matchup between the New York Giants and themselves. The kicker, Graham Gano, set to put his foot into this one. And off we go from MetLife Stadium. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. We are just about 9 miles from downtown Manhattan as EA Sports brings you to MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Denver Broncos and the New York Giants. The longtime Panther Graham Gano has us set for his start as we are underway from MetLife Stadium. Fields it right around the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. In motion left here, one of their tight ends. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a third down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
Call it a pickup of 3, and also now likely a punt on their opening drive. Here we go with Williams. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. They run it again with Williams. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 41 yards rushing for him already. A terrific opening drive on the ground, and it's a first down. To throw is Wilson. This goes to the tight end, Eric Saubert. They go play action with Wilson. That goes out wide to Murray. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a second and short. Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. That pass complete to his running back, Latavius Murray. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Wilson now off the bootleg. And this is caught by Sutton. Touchdown Broncos. A 5-yard touchdown catch. And the Broncos will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. McManus's point after is good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. They begin with a run by Barkley. And nothing doing on his first run. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Justin Simmons up from his safety spot to make the tackle. Tried to get the edge there. The defense just too quick to the ball.
That's what we call total team defense there. Can't get to the edge, no place to move it inside, and then allows everyone else to run to the ball and create a big-time tackle for no gain for the offense.
Throwing on second down. Jones flushed out right. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He'll get 15 and a Giants first down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Barkley inside handoff. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Operating from the gun, Jones. As this complete to Daniel Bellinger. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 27-yard line. Up the middle with Barkley. Oh, fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. They'll run it again with Barkley. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Ball at the 9 on 2nd and 8. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Some good strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Giants are an extra point away from drawing level. Extra point try good by Gano. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Montrell Washington on the return from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
52 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. They stick to the ground game on first down. It's Williams. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains, that means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
Steps away to his left. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
Game clock at 2:01. Time for one final play before the 2-minute warning. They run it for the first time with a backup Murray. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first.
Ain't no joke out here right now.
Fourth down. Here's Wilson. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Giants are going to take possession of the football. Well, these defensive coaches, they sure like what they've got in this rookie corner. And with good reason, as you saw there.
He only cost him a day 2 pick, and a lot of people thought he had first-round ability. But when he was available on draft night, that was one where you didn't need the full time to make the selection. You call that pick in early, and he shows why he was so coveted.
Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They'll go to Barkley again. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Jones now to throw on third down. Buying time to his left. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing fourth down.
Gano's kick is good, and they take the lead here now at 10-7.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
To throw again on second down. Wilson eluding the pressure right. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation. Wilson. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. They're going on fourth down. It's Wilson. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Fabian Moreau. And the Giants are going to take possession of the football. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Jones throwing on first down. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jones. He dumps it off to Barkley. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. To throw on third down, Jones. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And the Broncos are going to take over here up near the 40. When he went on the move there and started rolling out, I thought there was a window, but that window closed quickly, intercepted.
And sometimes, despite how big your arm talent is, you don't get enough on a throw when you're on the move as opposed to setting your feet and stepping into one. That may have been the case there, and the defense certainly benefited. On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around with the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Off the play fake, here's Wilson. Being chased out left, and a big loss here as he's taken down. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts. as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
So on fourth down, the Broncos send Corliss Waitman out to punt.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play.
Now Jones, a final shot before break. He'll rifle this. And now this is intercepted. My goodness.
Picked off by Pat Surtain. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick.
Pulls it in at the 13.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
Here's Jones on first down. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down. Back to throw. Jones.
And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right.
And Jones will hit the deck here, and he is able to pick up the first down. Breida is not going to get a whole lot, maybe a yard down to the 3.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal.
And they'll run again. Pushing for the end zone, but he's not going to get there. They stop him just shy of the goal line.
A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on first. Third down and goal. This Denver defense trying to hold up for one more play. And Barkley will try to punch it in. And he is in. Touchdown, Giants. Saquon Barkley with his second touchdown of the night.
And the Giants take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Jones throwing for it.
And he will get into the end zone. So the lead stretches from 9 up to 11. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
Washington now brings this out. And he returns this to the 22.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave them with a third and about 3 to go.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Finding room at midfield.
He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That third down conversion good for 23. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 47. Up the middle, it's Williams.
Down to about the 45.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
A third down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. That's complete to the tight end, Saubert. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down at will. Play action. It's Wilson.
This one swung out to Williams. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
They go play action now. Wilson. Finding Williams once more, complete. And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a first down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire.
And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Russell Wilson taking it in from 11 yards out.
And the Broncos have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a 1-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. 61 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Now here's a throw that's complete.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for second down if they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up. That'd be the time to do it.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Again, it's Barkley. And he'll go down at the 28. Throwing, Jones. That's caught by Galladay. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, a 12-yard touchdown run. And the Giants are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead. They're going to run it with Barkley. And he is into the end zone again as he scores both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion to extend this lead. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Washington now brings this out. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And
this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Xavier McKinney, and the Giants are going to take possession of the football. That had disaster written all over. You've got a right-handed quarterback, a rolling left, and throwing it pretty far downfield.
It's really difficult to do, to try and get your body twisted around into the proper position and get anything on the ball as you heave it downfield. And that's what it actually turns into, a heave. And that's not really a good throw, is it?
Not good, and we saw the result. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Dancing to his left. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
It hasn't been the cleanest game for him, but there was a sign of improvement as he looks towards the next one. Nice bit of scrambling to move the sticks, and even more importantly, he didn't risk adding another interception to his ledger.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as we are in the inner harbor of Baltimore at M&T Bank Stadium. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the New York Giants and the Baltimore Ravens. Two teams that met in Super Bowl 35 down in Tampa. The Ravens and Giants are underway. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. They'll start by running the option to the right. The quick feet by Jackson. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. A little do-it-yourself run right there and a nice gain.
And I like that he knew that that was about all he was going to get. So he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find their way taking what they can all the way to the end zone.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Jackson steps away. He'll check this down to Dobbins out of the backfield. Again the juke. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down.
That is definitely what we call our defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. So a little tardy getting everyone set, and the clock hits 0 before they could snap it.
Yeah, you can take your time and use the clock and try and get set up, but once it gets near 5 seconds, that's when you often hear a quarterback yelling, hurry, hurry, to make sure everybody's ready to get the snap off.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. From the gun, it's Jackson. Forced out to his left. Oh, looking for Andrews downfield. And this one is incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
57. Mike, 57.
To throw is Jackson. Steps away to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Again, Jackson. Buying time to his left. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 41-yard line. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. Well, on 3rd down, he wanted to go to one of his most dependable targets, and that's who he found, his tight end there, to pick up the first, Charles.
And you use the proper word there, dependable, and sometimes spectacular, because tight ends nowadays, they can do it all. But they're the guys you trust, especially across the middle of the field where there's traffic. He delivers, and they pick up nice yardage.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. Hey, middle.
Jackson on 1st down. Being chased out left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. It's a gain of 34.
Well, things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us or their game plan, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. They'll run with Dobbins. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Here's where we need to see some tenacity from this defense because they've been pushed right down the field on this opening drive. They've got to find some way to push back, and that's a good first step.
Second and goal from inside the 5.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. Got you.
Jackson now. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Jalen Smith. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football, had to eat it, and ended up on the ground.
Can this defense get the stop on the opening drive? Here's 3rd and goal.
Whatever you do, don't let 89 go deep. Hey, report.
They'll try to run with Dobbins. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth. So Jackson will head to the Ravens sideline, and on comes Justin Tucker for the field goal try. Tucker's kick is good, and the Ravens strike first at 3-zip. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he's only going to get this to the 4-yard line.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got them pinned down deep. And on the first play, they gave up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on first down. That's what they talk about, Dust, all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule. They were after that run.
On 2nd and 7, Jones. Complete to the running back, Matt Breida. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. He's got room past the 30. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A big play that time on the catch and run. 30 yards. Three 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. A first down carry for Barkley. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. They keep it with Barkley on first down. And he's got room. Past the 20. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. Barkley. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal.
And, Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
They'll try to run with Breida, and he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. It's a 1-yard touchdown run, and the Giants have moved out in front. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic, and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Gano the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll go again with Dobbins. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 2 straight runs of 5 yards, 1st and 10. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. 16 yards on that one and a Raven first.
I actually love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed, and he's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Option play, and they'll hand to Dobbins. Jalen Smith, the Notre Dame man, in on the tackle. 2 minutes to play in this first half, 7-3 our score. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. They'll go option on 2nd down, right side. A pitch back. Oh, he's got a little daylight. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. An option handoff here to Dobbins. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's 2nd down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Play action. It's Jackson. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. And the tight end goes in motion left. They'll try to run it in, going option right. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2.
When a drive goes this long, you have to give a lot of credit to the guys up front, those big fellas, because the offensive line is putting something together that allows them to continue to control the ball. And I know a lot of people think they get fatigued on a long drive. Actually, a lot of times the reverse happens. They actually get energized because they're controlling the ball, and they're the ones dictating to the defense.
In motion, the tight end.
Mike, 57. Here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
On 2nd and goal, Jackson. He'll set up the screen to Drake. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. Let's go, D.
Here's Jackson to throw. Dancing to his left. He finds Bateman over the middle.
Ravens going to use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
So Jackson will head to the Ravens sideline, and on comes Justin Tucker for the field goal try. Tucker's kick is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now Jones escaping the pressure right. The throw for Galladay is going to be intercepted. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field. Final shot before break. Jones throwing deep for Galladay. And that is incomplete. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick from the 6. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Barkley, toss play left. And down the numbers. There he goes. 20. And he makes it all the way down to the 13-yard line. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now Breida on a toss left.
And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play, backwards a yard.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
Jones now on 3rd down. Flushed out right. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Daniel Jones taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Giants take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Brian Dable dialing up a play call here as they will go for 2.
26
They're going to run it with Barkley. And he will get into the end zone, and it's now a 2-score game as the lead moves to 9. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
Taken in at the 3. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome, a little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson forced out to his left. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body.
And the Giants are going to take possession of the football.
He got out of the pocket there, was wondering what he was going to do with it, but I think he was calling, his receiver was calling for the ball, wasn't he?
He certainly was. The problem, he called for it too late, and when he delivered, they were all over him in the secondary and came up with the interception.
Jones throwing to start the drive. He finds his man, complete. That's James.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line.
Now Jones on 1st and 10. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
We're in Baltimore, 3rd quarter action, 2nd and 10.
To throw again, Jones. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Again, he'll drop to throw, eluding the pressure right. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
And the Ravens are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. So a big chance goes by the wayside there. A tough break on 3rd and goal.
Yeah, as a general rule, you know you're usually not going to win games with field goals. But in this case, they had 3 points in their pocket. I get what he was trying to do, but that's a big swing of momentum right there.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10.
After the interception, here's Jackson.
And this goes out wide for Drake.
And he's able to get this one up to the 8-yard line this time. The tight end in motion right. Looking to throw again on second down. Jackson steps away to his left.
Oh, that'll be incomplete. Oh, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break contain and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
The slot man in motion right.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. Right here. 57. Mike, 57. Let's go, D.
On third down, Jackson.
Throw right side here, taken in by Bateman.
And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line.
Jackson to Bateman there, first down Ravens.
And they'll send the tight end in motion left. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Buying time to his left.
He'll find Bateman once more.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. So from the 36 now, first and 10.
A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins.
And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Throwing on second and 3. Jackson.
Open man is Duvernay.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. First target, first catch, and a first down. Now it's Jackson. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
To throw once more on second and 10. Jackson. And this is caught by Watkins. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. On the move to his left. Looking left side, and it's complete. And in for the Ravens touchdown.
Devin Duvernay.
A 24-yard touchdown.
And the Ravens go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it worked very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
Jackson here, he's going to look to throw. Out to his left. Oh, no, he lost the football.
Well, that 2-point attempt failed due to the fumble, but people can't see this, but you got a ball in your hands now, and you got the thing locked in pretty well. You got it covered up.
I love having a football in the booth. I always hang on to it. Makes me feel like I actually played back in my day.
Well, you probably could have. If you had run that play, you would not have fumbled. I can tell you that.
Maybe.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
They'll be hoping to work a little clock and try to add on to this slim fourth-quarter lead. But whatever happens on this drive, certainly a huge fumble recovery by their defense at this juncture. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Now a throw here to his running back. Finding room at midfield. Down the left sideline. Inside the 10. They're trying to tiptoe the pylon, but they're going to say he stepped out at the 1-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 71 yards. The offense has to love that because that was just a dump down, and then he turned something out of seemingly nothing.
And the best quarterbacks understand that dumping it down is often a good play, a better play than even what was drawn up.
And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley punching it in from a yard away. And the Giants will add to their fourth-quarter lead. Well, that was a quick drive. The passing game set it up, and then the running game finishes it off.
And how about how few plays it was to get it done, but they threw it downfield and then pounded it into the end zone. And as a former defender, I can tell you, it hurts just a little bit more when they run it into the end zone instead of throwing it.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. They'll send the tight end in motion left. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
And the slot man goes in motion left.
57, Mike, 57. And we heavy on the edges, 57's the Mike.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Jackson being chased out left. Throw left side complete. That's Watkins. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and the nose of the football. Here's Jackson. Open man is Bateman. It's complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now Jackson on 1st down. He finds his man complete. That's Watkins. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. Dobbins running out of the gun. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Now it's Jackson. He
He finds his man, complete. That's Watkins. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
57's the mic. Watch 57.
In motion goes the tight end.
Here's Jackson.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And out of bounds right around the 20. A short gain there of just 4, and that'll bring up a 4th down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down.
Looking for Bateman. He's got him complete. And he is going to have a Ravens 1st down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Throwing. Jackson.
His pass caught at the 4.
And the Ravens are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown.
J.K. Dobbins
taking it in from 4 yards out.
And the Ravens have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
Now they'll send a tight end in motion left.
And they'll try to run it in with Dobbins.
And he will dive into the end zone, and the 2-point conversion is successful.
Nice play, man.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Taking it about the 1.
Now here's Johnson.
And he's only going to get this to the 4-yard line.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
They'll try and run some clock here with Barkley. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll go to Barkley again. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Jones looking around.
Finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch. The 20. And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game. Gano now to add the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. This one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
So here comes Justin Tucker in a big spot. This to get it back to a one-score game. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And this is back down to a 7-point game. So he remains perfect, 3 for 3 in the field goal department.
And it's so important for any offense to have an ace like him up their sleeve, isn't it? Because now you know what his range is, and as soon as your offense gets there, you're pretty much counting on 3 points going up on the board.
So with just a few ticks left, they need a miracle. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? And that'll be a free 5 yards for the offense.
Just like a tennis match, that's just an unforced error. Stay alert, don't jump early, and give them free yardage.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. A bit of a jump there, CD. He breaks the line, and that'll be 5 yards.
And you've got to stay more disciplined than that, Brandon. That's just a free gift to the offense.
Here's Jones to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. From Baltimore, so long, everybody. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas and the very wonderful AT&T Stadium in Arlington.
Today, rivals square off in the NFC East, and we've got a great matchup between the New York Giants and the Dallas Cowboys.
Brett Maher has this one teed up, and we are underway here at AT&T Stadium.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
They begin with a run by Barkley. They find some open field here. 36 yards on the play. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. A toss out to Barkley. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. A tale of two extremes. First carry, he went for a bundle. His second goes backward.
And how many times have we seen that happen? Because you get that big carry, and you come back, and you're all fired up, and sometimes you force a run a little bit, right? Trying to break off that big carry again, and instead, it works opposite.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Looking to throw. Jones. And this heads straight to the sideline. I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, they won't. Here comes the flag. Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
Flush to his right. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Galladay. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Here's Jones throwing on 4th down. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover. Offensively, a far from ideal start there with a pick on the opening drive.
Yeah, not exactly what they were looking for. We know that. That's pretty obvious. The beauty, though, is it's happening early. If they don't panic, they don't compound this problem, they've got a long way to go and a chance to get back in it.
Following the interception, here's Prescott.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown.
Well, what a response by that defensive unit, Charles, because they just saw their offense throw the interception. They come out there, not only get an interception of their own, but they take it back for the touchdown.
I won't sing it because no one wants to hear that, but perhaps an early case of anything you can do, I can do better between these defenses. A lot of people came to expect the offense to light this game up, but so far, the defenses are stealing the show.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Right after the touchdown to extend their lead, now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Up the middle, here's Elliott. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Nice chunky yards on first down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on second. You can go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. The first carry now for Tony Pollard. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Trying to run for it with Pollard. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49.
I like his focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need 1. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
A first down carry by Elliott. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Dexter Lawrence that time in on the stop.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll run left with Pollard. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
On third down, it's Prescott. Open man Lamb, it's complete. Down the right sideline. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, I think we all understand his disappointment. He didn't quite get to the end zone, and you know it's just got to be tough to see a yard line underneath you after a play like that. Still, all in all,
and he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Rico Dowdle taking it in from a yard out. And the Cowboys are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that worked. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
These two teams all tied after 1. From the 27, Jones. This one goes out wide for Barkley. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Jones now throwing on first down. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun.
Jones. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. After that sack, 3rd and long, tough spot for Jones and the Giants. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. The throw for Galladay is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to take possession up.